Arthur was a man who collected dust. Not by choice, but by profession. He was a librarian, the kind who preferred the silent company of forgotten books to the loud chatter of people. One rainy Tuesday, while reorganizing a particularly neglected corner of the history section, his fingers brushed against a small wooden box. Inside, nestled in faded velvet, was a compass. It was old, made of brass, and the needle, instead of pointing north, spun lazily, as if searching for something. He was about to put it back when he noticed a faint inscription on the lid. It points not to where you are going, but to what you have lost. A strange curiosity, a feeling he hadn't felt in years, stirred within him. He slipped the compass into his pocket. The next day, on his way to work, he took out the compass. The needle spun for a moment, then settled, pointing down a narrow alley he'd never noticed before. He hesitated, then followed. There, tucked behind a dumpster, was a small, tattered teddy bear, its button eyes staring up at the gray sky. Arthur picked it up. He'd seen a poster for a lost bear just the day before. He returned the bear to a grateful little girl and her mother. The feeling of warmth that spread through his chest was unfamiliar but welcome. He started to use the compass every day. It led him to lost keys, a stray dog that he helped find its way home, and once a love letter that had been dropped in the park. He posted it, a silent accomplice to a love story. One day, the compass needle spun more erratically than usual, finally pointing towards a small, dusty antique shop he'd passed 1,000 times but never entered. The shop was a labyrinth of forgotten treasures. The compass led him to a box of old photographs. He sifted through them, and then he saw her. A woman with a kind smile and eyes that seemed to hold a universe of stories. He felt a jolt of recognition, a sense of belonging that he couldn't explain. He bought the photograph, and for the rest of the day, the compass needle pointed steadfastly at it. That evening, he showed the photo to his landlady, an old woman who knew everyone in the neighborhood. She squinted at the photo. "Why, that's Ilara," she said. "She used to live in your apartment, years ago. A lovely woman, a painter. She always said she was waiting for someone she'd lost." Arthur's heart pounded. He looked at the woman in the photograph, at her kind eyes and knowing smile, and he understood. The compass hadn't just been leading him to lost things, it had been leading him home. He looked around his small apartment, at the books and the dust, and for the first time he didn't feel lost. He was a collector of dust, yes, but now he was also a finder of stories, a keeper of memories, and that, he thought, was a much better profession. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more content.